ISL Prime League.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are on Iron Fortress, and look at that, the sponsor of the tournament right there. Ding it. Also the platform that you're watching it on. Big shout out to them, of course. This is going to be the final match of the night, a best of 5 between this player in the top right, the Red Zerg player. Can he keep the dream alive? It is
SK Telecom T1 Impact.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, he is a champion. He is the only non-Zerg. He is teamless. This is
StarDust.
all right. Oh boy, this could be another repeat, but no, we do cross our fingers for some good games regardless of who it is that does make it through. Obviously if excuse me, if StarDust were to make it through, then he would be the only non-Zerg in the round of 4. So obviously the Protoss around the world are cheering for him, even maybe the Terrans, even who knows.
It depends on if the Terrans dislike Zerg or Protoss more.
Exactly.
That's the real question.
So, this is a nice little build here coming out of StarDust. Very standard as far as, solid openers would go. Seeing the Forge come out. Yeah. At all.
Oh, okay.
This is
there we go. Well, he was returning the minerals to the main, and now he's going to scout. That's so cute. He's like, I need the extra minerals, man. I got to build my cannon before I go.
Exactly. And he does get it out, and, he doesn't care. Oh, my God. Actually, we needed to pay a bit more attention to what Impact was doing, which was a 14-14 by the looks of things. Starting here on the bottom right with his Overlord, using his other one to scout the top left. Did the probe... I don't think the probe knows, man.
StarDust will have no idea. No, he's just now going to be catching. Okay, cannon is finished. Probe starting to transfer down. Cyber Core is going to be kind of making a wall off here, but there's still that opening. Lings turn around, realizes exactly what the opening is for StarDust. Impact is going to bide his time and wait.
Yeah, I don't think StarDust noticed it there, that the 4 Lings went there. So he's not even moving a probe in position to potentially block off in case. And he's going to get the last scout, I think, here. Wait, he went to the top left, and then he decided to chill here with the probe. So he's not scouting the bottom right just yet, or the top right. So he has to be very careful, because the Lings do have speed, and they're going to run on in.
There we are.
Not even going to bother with the cannon. Nope.
Into the main base. Exactly, that defensive unit that you would ordinarily need when you're going for a build like this that skips so much. It's important to have those defensive options. In this case, 2 probes are now down. It was a nice dance of the probes. 8 probes, 10 probes down. Oh, Impact is murdering.
Getting so many probes, but he does have double Nexus here, and, Impact is down a base at the moment. Actually, he did manage to put down a hatchery, which is pretty nice, so I thought he was going to go full in on that. This is a great opener here out of Impact, but it's not game-ending.
He's going to be skirting around. He's at least got the drone count above the probe count of his opponent. Lings do get cleaned up, and that was a murder of 10 probes, putting the probe count to 24 to 29 drones. Soon, it will be 3 hatch, and it's just literally a couple of seconds. StarDust is now turning his probe around, and I wonder, is he going to be proxying, or rather hiding, some sort of tech? Will it be DTs?
I mean, I wonder what it is going to be, right? Like, definitely getting thrown off your game here, but you have to understand that Impact did open up with a 14-14, which means that he would be in a little bit worse of an economic position than he would like to be, but getting that damage done...
Oh, he's a Nexus. This is going to be a hidden Nexus.
Oh,
wow.
My God.
Okay.
Why he didn't veto Iron Fortress, right? Because, I mean, usually it's that third base that is so hard to deal with, or at least hard to secure. And the Overlord One more. Then it's
Every
laid out.
series.
Every series is. That wasn't even a scouting overlord, you know? Or was it? I don't think so. At this stage, perhaps?
Wow. I mean, it's just an early overlord kill.
That's all that matters.
That's all I care about. We gotta build patterns into these series. So
Yeah.
Stardust, he's looking to break out of that pattern. He is a teamless semi-foreigner Korean where he plays in stuff like WCS. He gets struck down by Bunny, sometimes 3-0'd by a guy like Bunny, and he is looking. Or no regret, and he's looking for his opportunity to, put some wins back on the board. A guy who a couple years ago was the talk of the town.
He was, and how far one can fall, but it's not even like he's completely out of it yet, The fact that he did make it pretty, not pretty far into WCS, but like he made it in. He's staying relevant in that way, but just not that powerhouse that he always has been. So, this is going to be a big attack out of Impact, but I don't think it should do too much. And it's always kind of a question of trying to actually attack a 2-base Zerg or 2-base Protoss straight up.
Yes, a 2-base Protoss. Yes. Ordinarily, that's exactly what this would be, as Roach is going to be stepping on forward, and Impact, of course, is not quite cued into exactly what is going on the other side of the map, but when you go for these hidden bases, it often means your defense back at home is much weaker. Sentries are the opportunity for Stardust to buy the time, but that's pretty much an Artosis pylon, as now this wall is completely deactivated.
It is, and now there's no more force fields because he had just hallucinated the Phoenix. So he can't even wall off anymore. And he gets one more force field, but the main is being compromised. But hey, I think he's gonna be all right. Oh
no! Oh no! This is gonna shut down Blink.
Oh,
that pauses it, which delays it even longer. And in this case, where you need those Blink stalkers, Stardust.
Impact looking in here like, what is going on? Blink coming down. There's not been a proxy pylon for an attack yet. And, maybe thinking in his head that he just shut down Stardust and said, he was going to go for a 2-base Blink and no longer going to happen. On the other side of the map, that Nexus is still mining. So
something should pique his brain about part of this. He's like, okay, you're missing either tech or you should have more stalkers. Like
something, right? Something's got to give.
Mm-hmm. And in this particular case, we got 3 more gateways going to be added on this. Roach may actually kind of get queued into this. Does he? No, he just sees that they're kind of coming down. I don't know if he exactly put everything together, that there was 3 more gateways coming down.
Yeah. I think this is just a very confusing situation to be in. Usually, there would be something by this time. And Impact, the fact that he did that attack, it was supposed to scout as well to see exactly what was going on. So in his head, he could be thinking, well, I just shut down your Blink attack that, I hit it before it was going to hit me. So obviously, you're going to play a bit more defensive. But that's exactly what Stardust, he has no problem playing defensive right now. Just because he has that other base, so
he's going to be 3 base, 9 warp gates in just a couple of moments. He's adding on the Robo as well. He's got a healthy number of sentries and quite a bit of energy between them. Takes himself a 4th Nexus, which of course should be looking like a 3rd Nexus. There's the Blink forward. He's going to be able to get the kill on the Overlord as well. Impact trying to deny the Nexus, just trying to explain.
It's so cool because he's thinking that maybe Stardust feels like he's never ever going to be able. Oh, does he not have Blink? Okay, he does. I was gonna say like maybe Stardust is never going to be able to actually kill Impact with the Blink attack. So he's trying to take a desperation 3rd, and on Iron Fortress, I mean, what's worse than taking a 3rd on Iron Fortress? A desperation 3rd. So Impact probably thinking that he has us in the bag, but this is far from over here, Cybert. That base up there in the top left is mining the gas already. And this is looking pretty good. It's looking a lot better than it could for Stardust. I think he's in a great position.
Templar Archives on the way. It's about halfway done, which, ordinarily, this wouldn't quite be where a guy like StarDust is, given how this opening did indeed go. I mean, the 10 probes getting killed early on. He just lost a couple more probes, and Impact has been consistently doing this, where he's like, I'm just going to run in some Lings. I'm going to do a little bit of damage. He's not been doing game-ending damage, just like a little bit of annoying damage. You know, a warp in back at home, forcing a photon overcharge, forcing units to be built, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but this scout is really crucial. Seeing a Templar Archives here, wow, nice damage being done by the Lings there. 22 workers down already in this game, but you see a Templar Archives and you say, okay, are you really going to be able to be going for Templar right now? You just got your third secured. There's no way you can afford all that, so...
and of course this, you know, quote-unquote third, the actual fourth base of StarDust, there's no probes there. He's not mining away at that base. He's not worried about that. Of course, he's got his real third. Well, just going ham, but, ooh, these sentries, they do not want to get caught out of position. Fortunately, it's the Zealots who sacrifice their lives for Ire and for these sentries. And, of course, Impact sees this and he's like, it's a fake third.
Yeah, this is, wait a minute, you know. Oh, force fields actually have some holes in them, and there's no AoE here. StarDust.
Okay, so there's the second wave of force fields. As you mentioned, no AoE. It's still nearly 40 seconds until Storm is done as Hydra's collapsing in from the north. But the Ling's now in the main base, so there's no real safety net for StarDust. GG!
Gee. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cactus Valley. You know this place. You've been here before. Well, once again, we are here in a ZvP. It is going to be the first player up one game in the bottom right corner, channeling the power of all of his Zerg brethren, representing the Zerg race in Korea. It is...
SK Telecom T1 Impact.
And our red Protoss player. He was going for some cheeky stuff after that last game, but can he put a win on the board? This is...
StarDust.
Yep, and not sending out that pylon scout again. Excuse me. Gonna be that Nexus first out of StarDust once more. But it is not going to be a 14-14 out of Impact, so not going to see that really early aggression just yet. But he does get the pool first in order to at least protect him, well, hopefully from some kind of cannon rush if StarDust were to send out 2 probes on the map, hoping for his Zerg opponent to go for a hatch first instead.
And their Impact, with the respect of a Zerg player, he is like, yeah, I'm going to pool first, and then I'm going to scout for, you know, pylons, cannons, whatever you may have at my natural. I don't trust you, cheese dust. And StarDust is like, but... Oh, okay. For a second, I thought one of the players typed that, and I was really confused. But, yeah, he's like, I remember you, cheese dust. And then StarDust is like, no, I only play macro now. But we'll have to see if it's able to work out a little bit better this game. So, oh, man.
I'm a changed man.
We got these Lings, man. We got these Lings.
I swear. Whoop, right before the photon cannon is done, and not how. This is just annoying. 4 Lings, I mean, they're not going to kill a ton of probes, but they're going to force a lot of mining time off, and they might even get a few.
Yeah, it's so annoying to deal with. And you can't not pull probes, because if you don't pull probes, then suddenly you've got Lings that are just dancing forever doing bits of damage. So now it's like you're losing the mining time or you're losing probes. Zealot is now out.
Yeah.
He would love. Oh man. Oh,
man.
No, StarDust, not like this.
Not like this. And after last game, who knows if it is going to be that kind of 14-14, right? I mean, it's the same kind of timing for the Lings to be coming out. StarDust has no idea if there is going to be a follow-up, but he's going to take his chances and leave that door open. So,
yeah, unfortunately, StarDust doesn't quite know that it was 14 pool, 15 hatch, 22 hatch. So it's like that third hatch was reasonably timed. He went gasless pretty much all the way up to there. He's just now going to be taking his natural gases, and I guess in a couple of seconds, StarDust will be like, okay, it's about 6 minutes. You don't have speed. You didn't go fast speed. I can kind of put together the pieces that you did.
Exactly. And I mean, Impact also moving around the map, trying to, or around the base, trying to find out what kind of tech that StarDust is going to be putting up. But you know, StarDust, he has a little bit of some tricks of his own as he gets that pylon across the map and is going to end up putting a Twilight Council here at first. So I'm wondering what it is going to be, man. Potential to be quite anything. Well, I mean,
it could be DTs, like, actually into Stargate
so cool.
as well.
This is so cool. Ooh. He's going to show it.
There we go. There we go.
I love it. But what I don't like, what I don't like is the Dark Shrine follow-up. Because he shows us Stargate, and you know what the response is going to be out of Impact. It's going to be the Spore Crawlers, right? So, and it also shows him that he can go on and drone up, most likely, to a certain extent, as dealing with Phoenix or...
No way!
Whoa!
This Ling is actually... Okay, no. It pathed the wrong way. Oh, wow. That was actually really close to scouting that Twilight. If it would have pathed the other way around the rocks... Oh, okay, there we go.
This is crazy, man. You know? And like, look at the way that the rally is drawn. It's literally just like mini-map shift clicking almost.
Very, very close to... Okay. Alright, I'm like so terrified that one of these Lings... Man, StarDust got so fortunate with the way these Lings got clicked around the map. Hydroden also going to be coming in. As you mentioned, we got the Spore Crawlers on the way. He's, of course, going to be expecting Oracle or maybe even Phoenix, but, you know.
Oh, the Ling sees... Oh! He sees the Twilight, but he's like, it's not researching, but what is going on right now? Third base
There's
coming out of
the warp
StarDust.
in.
Yeah. But this is like gonna force out some units out of Impact. And the greatest part, or the worst part, I think, for StarDust is even though the Spore Crawlers went down before, I feel like Impact would keep on droning if he saw the third and the Stargate opener. But foiled again, he says. As the GTs, they're not gonna do too much here.
This pylon is almost gone as well, which means, once again, there's an opportunity for Blink to be delayed. Oh, he actually cancels it because of the Dark Templar, which means if the other Lings... Okay, they don't actually go there. Wow. Impact could have... he could have slowed down that Blink. He could have delayed it.
Still do it. Yep. I think he's going for it. Oh my god. Is it really gonna... This is so...
Oh my word. If he just click on the pylon, click on it, 4-3, he gets it! Oh! 3.7 seconds into the cancel!
This cancels it completely. Not even gonna get the Blink out of it. This is not StarDust Day at all. It is not non-Zerg Day, but he does manage to get the third base up. But look at how many units he has. He has nothing.
When you want to go for that kind of tech-oriented play and get your third base and add on your 6 gateways so late, you kind of have to give up something somewhere. It's going to be in the army. Goodbye, Archon. These zealots get slapped. 11. Oh, for Zerg. What? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Terraform. Your prayers may have been answered, or they may not, depending on how you wanted this game to go. It is game number 3 of our final quarter-final best of 5. This man in the top left-hand corner, he needs your cheers, he needs your energy. The red Protoss, he's up against the ropes. This is...
StarDust!
And his opponent looking to sweeten the deal with that 12-0 Zerg sweep in the ASL quarterfinals. Can he do it? In the bottom right corner, representing that blue and the Zerg race, it is...
SK Telecom T1 Impact.
Jeez. Why are these players so smart?
Did you see him check with his overlord?
Mm-hmm. And then also, just game 2 or game 3, he's has the game to spare, so he can play as greedy as he wants, or he can be smart and play as safe as he wants. And he goes ahead and goes for that drone scout, sees that Ford's already being put down, and Stardust should know now that, okay, foiled again. It's just like, he could have went forward, but he's just forcing the pool first out of impact.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this could have been such a delightful game. Impact.
Yeah.
He not only checked with his drone, as you mentioned, he checked his main base with his Overlord exactly as we saw Hyun do, as all or most top-end Zergs at this level do. These are not, mind-blowing things that Impact is doing, but it's all of the safety things, which in some cases are technically inefficient. He would have preferred the extra minerals from that drone mining, but the information and the peace of mind he got from the scout is worth so much more. And Impact is not going to let this slip away that easy.
No, not at all. And, excuse me, like the fact that he just is playing that safe way, it's not like the kind of cocky play where it's just like, wow, I just beat this scrub 2 times. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. 3 hours before pool. Let's get it, boys. But no, he goes ahead and he scouts it out, goes for the pool first. And I really like it. It shows a sign of a good player in general. And just a player that doesn't let the wins get to his head. Like, you can't just go ahead and, just forego all of the kind of safety precautions that any Zerg should take against a Protoss player at any stage of the game. So I really do like this side of Impact. Just play it safe. He's beat him twice in the kind of macro game with a lot of aggression, but he can do it. He definitely can do it.
Even checking in the northern site blockers, chasing down this probe with the Ling, Impact is being so safe. He's had a couple of Lings just running around the map, checking the nooks and the crannies, looking for those opportunities. Even a second Ling kind of hiding in that site blocker to try to stop this probe. And he's going to run away for now. He's going to dance rings around this zealot.
I got a side blade for each one of you. Come at me. And he just runs away because he does want to try to get a scout and maybe also go on ahead and he could get a drone kill if he wants. Gets in a nice position and you can start getting a few. But it's going to be a pressure here with the Stalker following it up. 2 more gateways are going to be added, and the Overlord, is he going to see it? Yo, he sees 1 gateway. Oh, so smart.
There we go. He's got that rally down. He knows where to put his Overlord. And of course, StarDust, he was busy shooting the Overlord that was down by the natural, and then he's like, oh shoot, I gotta kill the one in the main. He's the one who's getting the real information.
Exactly. And, the main is gonna be scouted. Gonna lose an Overlord for it, though, as usual. Usually will happen here for the Zerg player trying to figure what the heck is going on. And he believes that some kind of aggression is possible. Seeing those gateways come down, dropping the Roach Warren, getting speed before the lair. I think he went for the lair the first time because he scouted the quote-unquote Stargate. But this time he's realizing that the potential of aggression is definitely there and is going to just see Stardust trying to potentially take a 3rd base.
Blocks it off with his links. Oh, nearly gets a surround on this Stalker. That Stalker is dancing with death. There's the Nexus going to try to go down once again, blocked by the Lings.
And he's going to get the probe.
Oh, talk about... Oh, yep. Nailed him. Wow. Wowie wow.
I mean, this is talk about getting in your opponent's head. And you know what's going to happen here, Cybert? Speed is going to finish. There's only 1 sentry out. And this Nexus, imagine it being at half HP right now instead of what it is. These ones would not be able to do as much. But
if he forces more force fields when these sentries were early on. No, this is not what you want to be using your sentries for, or letting them die.
Not at all.
4 force fields wasted, almost all of the sentries killed. Traded out for, like, what was that, 5 Lings?
Not a lot at all, that's for sure.
This guy named Impact, I don't know if you've heard, but he doesn't care if you're a WCS champion, if you're a DreamHack champion. He's like, I'll wreck you, mate. You killed J-Dong that time ago? I don't care. J-Dong's a scrub. I'm what's hot now.
Who's that guy anyway? Washed up pro.
Ooh.
Nope, don't care. But, you know, this is kind of crazy here. I mean, StarDust had his third delayed for so long, lost a lot of sentries, which are very crucial in the further defense of that third, or even for putting on some pressure. He's going on the top side of the map. Impact is going on the middle side of the map. There is nothing but a cannon here at the third, but it will finish in time for...
Turn.
Wait.
Ooh, the Lings are going to flood almost right through that sight blocker. They turn around and they see the army. They get the good idea of what is going on. Now, we do have Spore Crawlers on the way. Even the safety measures for Impact. He's like, I see your army, but I'm not letting anything get by.
Nope. I mean, pro production has halted. So if he's forcing out these Lings, this is an attack that has to do damage. The third is up already. Blink is going to be finishing too. And maybe we're talking about that Blink, you know, fake third attack. Because the gases have not been taken. He hasn't made a lot of probes for the saturation of it. And he stopped producing it.
And Impact is right now. Impact is actually scouting that right now with his Overseer. But this attack is going on at the third of Impact. A little bit of a split of those roaches. He wants to make it as difficult as possible for force fields to be effective. And of course, keep in mind the hive is halfway done for Impact. So he's got some plans after this. Hydras are on the way, but they're not on the front line. They're not mounting the defense. Those are force fields trapping the roaches in as the Lings descend upon the Stalkers from the backside, mostly getting cleaned up. But of course, this means the roaches aren't being killed off at the front end, which is where StarDust needs to do the damage. Transfuse is landing as Hydra's now going to be coming in. Every moment that goes on is another moment for Impact, but StarDust needs to do the damage right here, right now. There's the blink forward. He's finally gaining the confidence to step onto this base and kill some drones.
He's doing it perhaps with a nice reinforcement of roaches are going to be able to push back this army. Oh, as StarDust almost made it, but just wasn't able to push through enough. He lost every one of those sentries. He's only up to one, but he can fall back on his economy. Well, not his economy, but his third base. But he is not in a good position because you know what? If a Zerg player is going for a hive and you're going for a timing with a fake third, you are wanting to kill. He doesn't get the kill, and now Impact is on hive tech. This is not a good position here for StarDust, although he does have the potential to bring it to the late game. And maybe he lost the Mothership Core, so a defense is going to be incredibly hard to do when the Vipers start entering. I just don't see it yet. No Vipers being produced. Oh,
no,
man, it's
2 infestors on the production tab. He did not get pathogen glands, which is maybe a little bit of a problem, but he, of course, does mean that he doesn't have to spend the resources on pathogen glands, so he can spend that on actual units. The other kind of thing to note is that last set of engagements that happened by StarDust was about 30 seconds before +2 finished.
Yeah,
so he took
I love
all of
this
those
Overseer.
Oh, man.
What the heck is going on with these probes, though? Oh, the Stalker? What? Are they just misrallied? Or is he...
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of probes just sitting there doing nothing. That's so weird. Now, every moment that Impact buys is another moment for his infestors to be able to do something.
The pylon that the Stalker is in front of is blocking the probes from getting out. So Impact is scouting it, and it looks like, oh, this guy's not adding any probes. But Impact is gonna see that and kind of laugh to himself and realize why.
Oh, StarDust! Oh, StarDust! Dear StarDust!
And then the other side of the map, Zealot is getting completely annihilated.
Killing those pylons even supply blocked StarDust. He's just now going to be starting that pylon to get himself back out of this.
Oh, Cybert. This is not good.
Not
so
like
much. Not like this is the... Oh, that's pretty much all I can say right now. And StarDust is probably thinking the same thing. I can't believe it. That's a huge blunder here. I mean... He was thinking, you know, it's like when you're trying to do the right thing and, like, instead of, like, trying to pull somebody that is about to fall down the stairs, you just don't grab their shirt and you push them instead and they just fall down the stairs anyway. Seems to be what StarDust is in the situation.
He's going to go
right
tumbling.
Now. Except he's the one that's pushing himself down the stairs and he tried to catch himself, but he tripped on his shoelace.
Oh, man.
Fell.
Into the third go the Lings. This is a lot of Blink Stalkers. They have got +2, but this is so many Hydras on top of that. These Fungals could land. And, of course, Blink is really bad if you actually get fungled, so that's always a thing to keep in mind. Like the Lings into the main base of StarDust. Yeah, Zealots are attacking the third of Impact, but Impact has a fourth base. Thirds don't trade evenly. And oh my, 24.
Trying this all day, but there's a Ling run by into the main of StarDust. Whoa! Every one of the probes getting eaten up. StarDust going for a desperation last chance base trade. I mean, that's a lot of Blink Stalkers, you know, and they do have the +2 upgrade, but, you know, Impact, he's got a lot of units himself. This is a full-on base trade. They're just gonna go for it.
Impact dropping down a lot of spine crawlers. StarDust recalling his days of DreamHack against Jaedong, where he won in base trades. Can he do it again against this Zerg? This is a totally different situation, as he is going to be moving into the main. He needs to shut down those spine crawlers because that's going to make the defense that much easier for StarDust, or for Impact. StarDust needs to break down this main base. That Hive has so much HP, and of course, Impact does have that fourth base mining away. And of course, in the main base, StarDust has virtually nothing left. If we check the production tab, it's just a bunch of pylons, an assimilator, and of course, some warp gates.
Yep, not even another probe is on the map. Cybert, the final probe, has been eliminated, so it's going to be up to that one pylon in the top right. That's the last building after the main has been wiped out, I believe. I don't think there's anything else on the map. StarDust, he has no units in position to defend it. I think he's just going to lose it after he loses this pylon. Oh,
he's going
I don't
for the
know.
hatchery, but there's still a roach warren, an infestation pit, and 2 extractors. There's hardly anything left for both players. That extractor, I don't...
The
oh
gateway!
my word.
It's the last building!
It's the
the top left, he's gonna lose it! It's gonna be the last one! Not like this, StarDust!
Oh! Impact! Impact gets it! I don't actually know. Oh, wow. I don't know what he had constructing at the last moment there. I think it was an extractor somewhere out on the map, but what a game from Impact!
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.